Hey guys, this is your top channel of everything. In this video, I will show you top 10 questions on bushfire. The first question, what did the government did for the country? The government gave more than 1.4 billion Australian dollars for the country's recovery. The government tried to control the fire by pouring water on the fire using helicopters and planes, but the fire is not reducing. Do you know how many animals were dead in the fire? The answer is a lot of animals were dead in the fire and some because of no water. 50 crore plus animals were dead, which was announced by the University of Sydney since September 2019. Koala bears are one of the most rarest animals in the world. More than 8,000 koala bears were dead mainly because of they spent their life in the eucalyptus tree itself. More than 1,500 horses were dead because of no water. More than 4,000 kangaroos were dead in the fire. This is the photo of a kangaroo which was dead in a fence of the bushfire, and this is the horses which was dead of no water in the river. How many people were dead in the fire? Most of them don't know, but the answer is 24 firefighting people were dead in the fire while rescuing the animals. Most of them don't know this answer. Fourth question, when did the bushfire started? The bushfire was started in September 2019. That means it started before 4 months from now. This is a photo of NASA from a satellite view. You can see the fire which is trashing everything in the way. You can see it's just destroying the fields, forest, everything which we see. Fifth question, how can Australian government reduce the bushfire? And the answer is there are only two chances. The fire should automatically stop or it should rain very heavily. And the second is my own idea that the government should ask the help to other countries like a number of military planes and helicopters which can carry water and pour it in the fire. How many houses were destroyed by the bushfire? It is said that more than 1,500 houses were destroyed by the bushfire. 7. How is the climate and temperature in Australia? From 8 January 2020, the continent was about 40 degrees Celsius. The climate is getting too hot. Do you know how many acres were burned by the bushfire? The bushfire had burned more than 12.5 million acres in Australia. See this photo. The fire in California had burned 2 million acres of land. The fire in Amazon had burned 2.2 million acres, and the fire in Siberia had burned 6.7 million acres. But the fire in Australia, that's called the bushfire, had burned 12 million acres of land in this 2020 at present time. Why are there fires in Australia? Bushfires are normally a natural process in Australia, but the combination of drought, record-breaking heat and strong winds have contributed to the devastating proportions of this year's fires. What is the main cause of death in fire? Answer: smoke inhalation is the primary cause of death for victims of fires. The inhalation or exposed to hot gaseous products of combination can cause serious respiratory complications. Some 50 to 80% of fire deaths are the result of smoke inhalation injuries, including burns to the respiratory systems. This is a photo published by NASA of the Australia's present burning stage, and this is the photo which I took from another website of Australian fire. By the way, thank you guys for seeing.